Alright, let's get this over with. Hello everybody, this is Dogu Dylan here, God of Chaos, and today we are making the one shot of... let's see. What if Deku was Torr? Well, mostly what if Deku was... actually, let's make this easier. What if Deku and Eerie were Ferra and Torr? Or, that's better. That pretty much should probably keep my act. That's from going insane. Now, the way this works, not much is actually known about Ferra and Torr because they're an extremely new character. It's a pity not many people like them. I always like playing them in Mortal Kombat, so here's what you can get. And as usual, shout out to History Behind the Warrior.
Hey guys, and welcome to History Behind the Warrior, and today we're going to be talking about Ferra and Torr. Now I have to admit, the idea of Ferra and Torr is a very unique concept of a symbiotic pair, meaning that one can't survive without the other. With Ferra as the rider and Torr as the beast, they work in conjunction with each other to accomplish any mission, which apparently involves people and their eyes. Pre-Mortal Kombat. Sometime during the past, Ferra and Torr were living together in the wastelands. During this time, they were actually attacked by Tarkatan warriors. Torr was eventually overwhelmed by the large numbers and Ferra was captured. Captured by the Tarkatan warriors, Ferra was put in a cage and Torr was chained up. Luckily, the two of them were not separated long enough for them to die, as Kotal Khan came to their rescue by killing the Tarkatans, holding them against their own will. In which then afterwards they ate their flesh? What? Yeah, weird little fact, Ferra and Torr seem to have this love for human flesh and consumption of, well, people. God, there goes my breakfast. Now we're going to look at the comic books, because the comic books fill up a lot of the stuff that the game does not cover. Ferra and Torr are first seen assisting Kotal Khan in confronting and killing Mileena. During this confrontation, Ferra and Torr attack the Red Dragon clan members that are hired by Mileena, in which Ferra refers to them as meat puppets, which kind of goes to show how psychotic she actually is. After this confrontation, Kotal Khan is shot by Sonya Blade, who is looking for her daughter, Cassie Cage. During the confrontation with Mileena, Kotal Khan ended up fighting Goro and ripping off his arms. Because of Goro being the prince of the Shogun initially took this as an act of war and would retaliate by attacking Kotal Khan. Not wanting war, Kotal Khan sent off Ferra and Torr to accompany Devora to unsuccessfully negotiate with Kintaro. Thus this would begin the war between Kotal Khan's army and the Shogun forces. During the final battle of the Shogun siege, Ferra and Torr are knocked unconscious by a massive mutated Oni warlord with two heads. After the Shogun siege, Ferra and Torr accompany Reptile and Devora to Kotal Khan's ruined palace. With all members around, they begin to discuss how they met Kotal Khan for the first time. However, not long after, Ferra and Torr witnessed the arrival of Kano and his Black Dragon clan members. A brief alliance is put together by Kano and Kotal Khan. During this alliance, Kano would give Kotal Khan nuclear weapons, in which Ferra referred to as pretty deathlights. And this is the end for Ferra and Torr in the comic books, and now we're just going to jump straight into Mortal Kombat X. Now, as known, there's a massive gap in the comic books to the game because there's a lot that is filled in, but we don't know really what happened. But all we see is that Kotal Khan is now in command of Outworld, and Ferra and Torr are the enforcers of him. Ferra and Torr first appear when Kung Jin interrupts the execution of an Outworld citizen guilty of theft and defeats Eren Black. During this confrontation, we see quite a feat of strength from Torr, who arrives and pretty much beats up Takeda, Takahashi, Jackie Briggs and Cassie Cage single-handedly. After defeating the three young warriors, he then confronts Kung Jin, who has been shooting arrows at them the entire time. Despite Torr's overwhelming strength, he is still somehow defeated by Kung Jin. Later, the both of them are seen arriving with Kotal Khan in Earthrealm to reclaim Shinnok's amulet. They confront Jackie Briggs in the woods but are defeated by her. However, they still manage to get up and fight Takeda. Exhausted from the fight with Kotal's soldiers, Takeda is easily beaten by the pair. Kotal's forces surround the group. Ferra and Torr are the first to rush them. Suddenly they're frozen by Sub-Zero, and the Lin Kuei warriors rush in to rescue the Earthrealmers. And this is the last we actually see of Ferra and Torr. They just encase the ice. Unfortunately, after the end of the game, there's not really much talk about what happens with any of Kotal's forces either. So yeah, like I said, this was going to be a very short video because this one won the poll for the first original one. So Ferra and Torr has done have been covered. So the next two videos you're gonna see Kenshi, Liu Kang, and Reptile.
Yeah, 5 minutes and 42 seconds. Yeah, that's actually like he said. There's nothing much known about Ferra and Torr. Believe me, I tried to look up some of the creatures, and they're literally just a symbiotic pair. Like a symbiote needs a host. Well, Eerie is Ferra, which is obvious, and Torr is Izuku. Oh, but luckily I played Ferra and Torr in Mortal Kombat X, so here's what I know much about them. They're literally like the inspiration of other things. Now, Ferra and Torr, or as he said, are cannibals and are literally one of those people. Now, Midoriya always knew Ferra and Torr, but unfortunately, Class 1A wasn't really nice to him. Yes, they knew Class 1A, but Eerie and Ferra and Torr Eerie and Midoriya left to go to Outworld because that's been around. So yeah, Kotal Khan and all them literally been, well, like that. As for Bakugo left UA because he did not care about them anymore. So you can imagine the dishonest of when he left. It hit a humongous impact on Class 1A. But when Midoriya left the plate, Ace Midoriya literally became, well, alright with it. Mostly he had to deal with a couple of shit, but that's it. So once Midoriya got back, this is when we get to Midoriya, who literally is now with, let's say they just travel around with a little bit. And pretty much they actually went to Earthrealm, mostly because they've been requested by All Might. And Kotal needs to have a little bit of a know-it-all about Japan because he doesn't really know much about them. So yeah. Eerie is immediately hostile along with Torr because they're surrounded by heroes. But immediately this is when Reptile pops up saying, and hold it. No need to be violent. Sorry, but we're here to speak to the leader of Japan and nothing more. I understand, but we need to speak to Izuku and Eerie. Who? Those two. Speak of them of what? They don't know any more English. This is when Izuku roars at them. I'm getting more angry and started hitting the ground with his giant fist. This is when Reptile will actually now realize the story they told about bad people wearing silly costumes who literally hurt Izuku and Eerie. You know what? Ferra, Torr, go play. And this one, Torr or Izuku, they do lackey mode, and he charges at All Might and immediately headbutts him, and then starts beating him up precipitously. The heroes try to stop him, but immediately Midoriya slams Endeavor directly in the head, nearly crushing his skull, causing a skull fragment. Midoriya swings left with his armbands and hits Mount Lely right between the ribs because she was not in full mode. She wasn't expecting a big guy to move that fast. Believe me, I faced Ferra and Torr in lackey mode. It's not fun. And it's actually the opposite. It can hurt. Like, ouch. I wish they added those two in Mortal Kombat. I wonder if they actually make like a similarity of them. The only character I wish they didn't add was fucking Devora. Ugh, I hate that bug. Look, I never even play her on Mortal Kombat. The only characters I play in Mortal Kombat are Kotal Kahn, Kano, and Baraka. Those are the only three characters I actually play in Mortal Kombat 11. In Mortal Kombat X, it's Jason, Ferra and Torr, and Aaron Black. I like the original Aaron Black played A-style, not that one, not the 11 one. Believe me, I tried. I wish they kept some of the old ones, but they didn't. It'd be nice if they did. Anyway, as I said before, Midoriya literally beats them all up. Mount Lady tries to use her little skinny thing, but it doesn't work on Ferra and Torr. In fact, it just makes him more pissed. And literally slams her face to the ground. We chill? This is when Eerie speaks for Midoriya. We chill. Good. This is when they start walking. All Might, who's still conscious, thinking, how did they get so strong? I took one for all from... When did they get so savage? Mind you, everyone's now an adult. Mind you, everyone's still a teenager. Farrah's only like 12. So, well, I'm going to say this. Eri was founded a little bit younger than before. Like, so let's say she was like 12 when she met Midoriya the first time, and Midoriya was like 17. So they always had a bond. But this is when immediately Midoriya looks at a person who has blonde hair. I think we both know who this is. But something's different about them. They now have boobs. This is when immediately Eerie says, boom boom? Boom boom. Immediately, this is when he's here, and this is when immediately the guy walks up and says, Eerie? Boom boom! Oh my god, it's you! And this is, green-haired man. You've grown, Izuku. Ooh. You two must be famished. Why don't I get you three something to eat? You're okay letting two people from Outworld in? Let's just say I agree with Kotal's ways of killing people, Feth. And all three of them look at each other, then look back at Bakugo. So, why have Why am I a woman? I went through a sex transplant, or changed my gender, I guess you could say. I always saw myself as a woman. Sounds silly, I know, but live the life. Midoriya doesn't give a shit. But he's just happy to eat something. Nice, thanks for ding. You're welcome, you two. So you are Reptile. I'm a member of the Cetarian. The Cetarian. Those are the reptilian race, right? You know them? I read some old books about them. Well, not an enemy you want to face as an enemy, but you can respect them as even if they are. Smart kid. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm taking a guess you're here for... Yep. That might be a little difficult. You see, there's been a slight problem with that. Ever since Midoriya left, not Toga, but Inko, Midoriya's mom, has been a little bit cruel to heroes. It's increasing their night shift. She became the leader of the Hero Academy and made the heroes' lives hell. Most of the old heroes and Class 1A, not the rest. Yes, and when they complain, she doesn't even listen. She just shoos them away. She still is nice to me, even though I used to be a Class 1A. But when I left and changed my gender, she gave me a chance. Anyway, why don't you two get some rest? I'll contact Inko and see if we can, and see what Kotal Kahn wants. What does Kotal Kahn want? One of the Kami Dogu blades are in this area, and Midoriya and I Midoriya. Yeah, am I allowed to call you that? Midoriya nods. Midoriya and Eri, or Ferra. You can call me Eri. There you go. And we are sent to literally look for them. The Kami Dogus. Those are related to blood magic, right? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that's not good. If the heroes have a grip on it, they could try to control the world. If the villains get it, they will enslave the world. Yeah, I think I have my chances with Outworld destroying them. Can they be destroyed? Not that we know of. Crud. Well... Thanks for the warning. Huh. Well, anyway, besides the Kami Dogus, what do you know about Midoriya and Bakugo? Midoriya and Eri. Oh, they were nice kids. Wow. Oh, eh? He explains their childhood, and he will admit he was not nice, but he admits that he also explained what Midoriya was like. Well, where Tyler does not believe a damn thing. He actually looks at Ferra and Torr and just said, and looks at back at Bakugo and says, "Bullshit!" Here they are. Here's their picture. He believes Eri because Eri still has her little horn, but Midoriya? Arrow. Talk about power up. Yeah, he's definitely changed. Anyway, big guy, like I said, why don't you three rest? We can do that. Then they rest. Bakugo let Torr sleep with him. Ferra decided to sleep on the couch because she's small, and Reptile slept on the floor because, well, he doesn't really complain. And Bakugo decided just to sleep on Midoriya, which Midoriya saw, and this one Midoriya is just thinking. Well, mostly he doesn't think, but he wraps his round around Bakugo so he doesn't get cold. Bakugo blushes, but he's okay with it. The next morning happens. This is when immediately Bakugo is woken up by someone knocking on the door, forcefully. This is when Bakugo literally puts on his shirt and literally walks up or opens the door and literally just sees Class 1A. What? This is when they have a warrant. Warrant to literally search my house? What for? We heard reports about how drugs in the facility and we have to do it. Whatever. Just do your search and get the fuck out. This is when Midoriya literally... And this is when they see Reptile, Ferra, and Torr, who just woke up and is trying his very best not to destroy a mug. Hug with his humongous fingers. That would have sucked. That's when Bakugo just gives him a straw and he holds it. There you go. And this is when Midoriya takes a sip. There you go, big guy. Ferra, I know you're awake, and I know you're smelling my food. Oh. This is when Reptile wakes up by the smell. What does that smell? Bacon and eggs. Want some? Why not? Anyway, alright, I'm back. This is when Midoriya literally just walks up. This is when Midoriya takes a sip, and immediately Shoto says, "So who's this? None of your business. It's a hero's job to know who we're dealing with." This is when you just hear from Midoriya. And this is when immediately Shoto gets a little bit offended by the snarl, but a little bit intimidated and scared because of the growl. Ferra literally puts her blades around Shoto's groin, and Reptile is right in front of them, and it says, "You worn out, you're welcome." This is when Shoto walks away. They continue in their search. The hell is their problem? They were Izuku and Irie's bullies. Irie was bullied by them because of her horn, and Midoriya was bullied by them because they found out he was quirkless. Ungrateful brats. All Might didn't make it any better, and just enjoyed it. He didn't do shit. Aizawa was worse. Was allowing them to gang up on him and literally beat him up. That's just how Kodo found them. Except there were bodies around the place. Midoriya killed 10,000 Zentarkatans. Those are the creatures that Shang Tsung created. Well, if that was the original, this is the remake. A canon. This is when he says, those are the tribes, correct? Yes, those are the tribes. I always did respect the Tarkatans, because they had law and order. But Reptile was a little bit surprised, but not too surprised to actually agree with him, but still, it's a little bit surprising. Anyway, here's your eggs. Eggs and bacon, along with you guys. And here you go, big guy. Midoriya's given a bowl. Hey, how come don't or get bigger food? Look at him. Look how huge he is. That plate. Wait, let's eat. Torr whips up his mask. And Dinky's about to say something, but this one, and Reptile spits in Kirishima's mouth. Nice. Wait, isn't Cetarian acid and venomous? Only if it really needs to be. We can control our acid glands, and literally we can decide if it's venomous or not. Really, it's mostly just like really, really hot glue, except it doesn't hurt. He's gonna be attacking that thing for a while. And that's when they got done eating. So, what's it like? What's it like in Outworld? I always planned on moving there, but This is when Midoriya continues eating, and he gobbles up the whole thing. Ay. In case you're wondering what type of bowl he was using a batter bowl. You know, the type of bowls you can use to stir with. It's huge. That's how much food it was in that bowl. Oh, this one Bakugo says, good thing I had a lot of eggs. Eggs that he'd be eating. After they got done, you guys want seconds? No thanks. When is Inko gonna be here? Oh, she'll be here in about 5 minutes. The UA is not far from here, and she made sure of it. After that, when the heroes got done search, this one pretty much Shoto says, we can still get back together. I'd rather have lung cancer than go back to you. Now, get out, or I will let Torr rip you apart, and I could cook you and feed him your heart. Fine. This is when Shoto leaves. Not a good relationship with them, do you? Nope. Well, this one he was about to close it, but someone blocks it. Shoto, I swear to God if that's you. What? I can't come in? Oh, sorry, Inko. It's fine. So, you tell me that my kids are here? Where are they? He points at Ferra and Torr. What? Maybe this will help. This is when Midoriya shows green hair. And her mother instincts kick in and recognize it. Oh my, so the metamorphosis actually happened. What? Wait, you know them? Yes, I always knew, but it's rare. Luckily, Midoriya's half human. Otherwise, this would have been, well, a problem. Define problem. Oh, nothing. It means they won't go through the metamorphosis. They'll just age regularly. Okay, can you explain? Like, what they are? I can buy. This one she explains it in a way that everyone can understand. And it's doing this shit. Great. Well, thanks. No problem. Anyway. Wait. This is when Midoriya says... this is when Inko explains the way of their family. So, you all started as Midoriya's kind, but they pretty much find like that. Yeah, it's a little difficult to explain, because normally it's extremely rare for the Midoriya family to turn to this side of our family. Ah, gotcha. Anyway. This is when they hear, so what did you need? Well, Kodo Khan wants to have a little bit more known about this place, and well, since you're here, I see, you need more information about this place. Well, I can give you as best as I can. The things you're asking is going to be a little bit difficult, but that doesn't mean I won't try. Right. So, let's see if I can't find a way to explain it to you guys. And that's what they do. Oh. But this is when Midoriya says, this is when Inko says, well, alright, let's do this. Alrighty then. Once they actually get to the location, this is when Midoriya literally... this is when they just get to Inko's home. Which is a humongous fucking mansion. Wow. Oh, talk about, this is pretty much a castle. Yeah, well, it's not much. I just don't like small houses. It drives me nuts. Understandable. But as a treaty with Japan, it might be a little bit difficult. Because, well, heroes are a little bit at the sour side. The fact that a giant brute beat... that these are their words, not mine. Right? A giant hulking brute who beated them up. Hey, look at Midoriya. Yeah, and he just gives the look like no regret. And I know you don't regret it. And heck, I'm the one who I'm the one who did not allow them to even go for the search. Thanks. Anyway, I can try, but may I ask why you're really here? Because I got a feeling that's not just here. We're here for the Gogu blades. Pardon. What are the Gogu blades? They explain it, and this one they say, oh, so technically they're something that the heroes or villains are not allowed to have here. Yep. Well, that's bad then. Why? All For One has one of these Gogu gaggers. Which one? I think it was like a curved blade. There are a lot of curved blades. Okay, it's like a sickle-ish curved blade. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not a good sign, is it? Nope. Oh, Midoriya's first words are, uh-oh. Oh. See? This is when Midoriya said. This is when immediately Ferra says, "We find, we kill." All for one might pull under the Kami Dogu. So, do you think Outworld could probably call in some support? Now that the Special Forces hounding in our necks, they're probably questioning Kotal Khan right now on why we're here. With to Special Forces, Miss, why are Ferra and Torr there? Why should I tell you if you did not aid us in Outworld when Melina attacked us? I do not see us having a beautiful alliance. Besides, I do not question your methods, do not question mine. It's our side of the world. When? If I remember correctly, the president's the one who rules your side of the country. I went to Japan, so your answer is gonna be none of your business. Now, leave. Sonya leaves. This is gonna be a hell of a day. This is when they immediately get This is when immediately the portal opens, and this is when Reptile, Ferra and Torr, Bakugo, and Inko walk in. I am surprised that you two came as well. You must be Bakugo. Ferra talks about you a lot. She told me that you were a male, though. It's a human thing called transgender. I changed my sex. Ah, understandable. Oh, Ferra literally just playing with his hair. Ferra literally just playing with Bakugo's hair. This is when Reptile explains the situation. Oh boy, here we go again. This happened before Kotal? Yes, this has happened before. Except it was with another certain person that was crazier. That's crazy. We get that a lot. Good. Then let us come in. Are we going to have the treaty? With the heroes might be a little bit difficult, but luckily for me, I literally am their paycheck, so they can't say no. Oh, so yes, it is probable, but let me choose a couple of people that will help you find these Kamidogu gaggers, and they will immediately bring it to you, Reptile, or Ferra and Torr. Or Izuku and Eri. You know them. Reptile explains their story, and Kotal, well, he nearly broke his chair, realizing how cruel heroes can be. But he calms down knowing that Inko is giving them severe punishments that is worse than death. Low paychecks, shitty apartments, and literally they were suspended. They even used their quirks for a whole year. So yeah, they just got back this year. Bakugo left UA because, well, he regretted it. So Kotal allowed him, and even asked him if he wants to live Outworld. Not hesitating, he said yes because he didn't want to deal with them anymore. Ferra and Torr helped them pack. Oh. Yes! Ow! Sorry. It's fine, Ferra. I can mostly just keep these two at bay. Make sure they don't try to, kill anyone without a reason. Understandable. But, should we worry about a certain, Kaiten? I heard she worked for you. She betrayed us after Shinnok was defeated. I don't know where she is now. That's probably a good thing, then. Ugh. I heard how she killed Melina. How did she kill Melina? Reptile explains in detail, and Inko just nearly says, well, there goes my lunch. Even though that Ferra and Torr and, Ferra and Torr are literally cannibals, they don't really mind at all. They had worse. And again, pause break. Alright, I'm back. Now, Midoriya literally, this is when pretty much they sent some men and heroes to pretty much look for the claw. The Kamidogu blade. Kamidogu. Kamidogu blade. There we go. Sheesh. The Kamidogu blade is found. This is when pretty much after 5 months they finally managed to find it. And luckily for us, Midoriya and Ferra and Torr were the one found it. Because, well, they found All For One and they weren't expecting him. So now his spinal cord is completely broken. You gotta die! Ferra! I cut you! Oh. And that's what she does. She actually stabs him in the eyes and pulls out his eyes. Come on, Torr! Ball. And Midoriya literally walks up to Kotal, who literally holds the blades to them. How are you immune to their magic? Kotal realized that they don't know how to use it. Never mind. Come on. The Aztec Kingdom awaits. Inko, I look forward to working with you again. And you, Kotal. Keep my kids safe, okay? Who will be dumb enough to mess with them? Touche. And that's what they do. Now, pretty much, this is when, and they get there, but Midoriya immediately sensed something wrong. And just in time, too, because Midoriya had blocked a heck of ice. This is when Class 1A pops up. You dare attack Akakon? We dare a lot of things. Get the dagger! Right, go, Kotal. We will handle them. And this is when Midoriya starts attacking them. Literally, this is when Bakugo joins in and explodes. Uses his quirk, her quirk, to literally explode on Shoto. You could have been a hero, bro. Then yet you chose to be a nobody. Better being happy and a nobody than being a someone and miserable, full of regret. Before Shoto can say anything, Ferra jumped in and literally slices his knees. Ah! And then has the blade directly slicing and dicing Shoto. This is when more heroes attack, but Midoriya literally uses a Hulk slam to cause a crater. It's fine, this is not our place anyway. And this one, Reptile uses an acid on Kirishima, but he suffocates and dies. Mina tries to use his acid quirk on Reptile, but it turns out that quirk does not work on her. This is when he slashes her throat open, and Midoriya literally grabs Momo and literally lifts her in the head. And this is when Eri pops out her claws, stabs Momo in the head, and slides down on splitting them in half. Then they rip open, and you can see the blood. You get where I'm going. What? This is when, and also he throws Eri right into Shoto, or not into Shoto's, but right in Diki's chest. And she says, well, I can't say it because it sounds like I'm saying the N-word. And he just pulls her out. After killing the heroes, Inko arrives. I was fashionably late because there was only one left, and that was just I'm gonna say, actually no, I'm not gonna say Mineta, because let's say Mineta was smart and actually snitched on Class 1A. So the only ones that are left are Jacko, Ida, Zoro, and that's it. The others are dead. Well, actually no. Shoto, he's also alive, so 4 people. And all they hear is a ahem. Hey, Kotal, they attacked you. How would you like to deal with them? The punishment of attacking a Khan is death. Their eyes open widen, and Inko says, bye-bye. After that, this is when Bakugo immediately kisses Torr, which everyone's surprised. But Torr allows it. Ferra says, eh? Let's just say I'm agreeing to be someone's mate. Yahoo! Celebrate! Hey. After that, Kolo was agreeable, and Ferra and Torr actually kind of had a little bit of vacation at where Bakugo lived. Where Bakugo lived, actually, yeah, Bakugo lived, and they got done. This is when Midoriya literally says, come on, you guys. Come on, kids. And this is when two little Michelins running around. In case you're wondering how that happened, let's just say there's magic in it. Literally, he changed his gender, and now he's a woman, and he can have kids. There's called magic. So, magic. This is when pretty much they're running around out in Bak, and Midoriya is helping him. And this one, Bakugo helps Midoriya to read again. They read The Cat in the Hat. Fuck, I feel old. Ferra pretty much being also the sibling and runs around playing with them. But that's about it. This has been the one shot of what if Deku and Eri were Ferra Torr. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. This has been Dogu Dylan here, God of Chaos, and I will see you all in the next video.